interesting weekend coming up for us. You're going to be learning yet again. And you could be falling in love. Not what you think. You could be falling in love with the journey itself. You could be falling in love all over again with you, with yourself. You could be falling for the first time, falling in love with you. Let me tell you, there's nothing quite like it, falling in love with yourself. You know, the majority of us, I think, are raised to not pamper ourselves, not give ourselves that kind of love. We are raised in a way to be hard on ourselves, aren't we? You know, don't do this, don't do that. Don't be selfish. But there are times in your life, I don't even want to say that. Always put you first. And I don't want to say that in a way that you're not helping others and you're not giving to others. Of course you should help and give to others. Of course you should. But you need to be number one. Give to yourself, love yourself, help yourself before you help anyone else, because you're going to help others in such a better way when you feel happy, fulfilled, whole, in balance. If you're off balance and you're not happy, you're not whole, you're not content with yourself, your life, your growth, your progress, how are you truly going to help others? You can help them in bits and pieces here and there, but to truly help them, to give them that, because at the end of the day, that's what we all need. We need to see more people loving themselves in a way to show us how to love ourselves, because we have been raised, we have been taught not to love in that kind of way, not to love ourselves in that kind of way. Give to everyone else before yourself. Sacrifice yourself. Sacrifice, sacrifice, sacrifice. I'm calling bullshit. Because let me tell you, I have had an entire life of sacrificing my self-love for the love of others. Sacrifice your happiness to make sure everyone else around you is happy. Where does that leave you? And if we are all doing it, who is actually happy? Who is actually happy? The takers in the world, because they're not giving, right? They're not giving anybody crap. So those might be the few that are happy, because they are making themselves number one. So it's a weekend of more learning, but it's learning the right things. Learning to love your life all over again. So some things that you thought were going to come together fell apart. I'm here to tell you that my particular life has fallen apart again and again and again and again. And every time it has fallen apart, I have grabbed all the pieces up and I have looked at them and I said, okay, what do I need to do? How can I rebuild? And every time, not every time, well, okay, every time, I would take some of those pieces that I had built with and start implementing them back into the rebuild. Grabbing new pieces here and there as I grew and as I learned, and adding the new pieces in with the old pieces to rebuild what I thought was right for me. Maybe the answer is to not use any of those old pieces. It all fell apart for a reason. Maybe we have to use all the new pieces to rebuild. Makes sense, doesn't it? So, where was I going with this? Oh yeah. Your life will fall apart. Some cases, it will fall apart again and again and again. You can rebuild. You will rebuild. You will find happiness. And actually, the more you do this, and I'm not suggesting everyone keep doing things to make their lives fall apart. Good grief. If you can get it right the first time, yes, then get it right the first time. But if it happens to fall apart, trust me when I say, you will find happiness again. You will find love again. You will find the light within yourself again. You will be able to rebuild. And every time that you rebuild, you're going to get it more and more right. Every time, your structure is going to grow stronger. So, maybe there were some weak spots. Maybe there were some things you put in there that you shouldn't have put in there. So that part's going to fall apart. But you can, as long as you're being aware of what you're doing and how you're building, you can fix it all. So this weekend is about learning, mostly about yourself, this journey, and falling in love all over again. Have a great weekend, everyone. Remember that you have the power to create the life you've always dreamed of. You do. Get outside, touch the earth, cleanse your space, do your meditations, and remember that this Waya, the wolf, the raven, and spirit, we are sending you unconditional love. Mwah!